I changed the battery this morning.
Did you change it?
Yes.
Then why has it only 2 bars? Should have 3 bars. Was old battery. So, the kilesa still left, kept you alive? Do you now see how much power the kilesas have over us? Huh? You experience it every moment. Huh? Tired. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I don't want to. That's what you experience every day. Yeah, but you don't notice it. Yeah, let's see. Nothing coming up, huh? Oh, nothing coming up. No interest in anything, huh? I don't feel anything. When was it? 2541, that is about 1998 or what? 38 is 95. 41, 3 years. Yeah, 98. We all thought, Lungta Mahabua is going to die. Yeah, I mean, before the Pancha, he had problems digesting, and every day he got weaker and weaker and weaker. The food that he put in, came out the same way as it went in. And, we already thought, we have to prepare for the cremation. That was 98 of Lungta Mahabua. Yeah? And towards the end of the Pancha, there was a Chinese doctor. The Thai doctors had no idea, how to help him, how to cure that. Yeah, there came a Chinese doctor from Taiwan. He just appeared out of the blue. Yeah, to Pantat, and then talked to Lungta. Oh, I know that. I can help you. Yeah. He brewed up some medicine, and said, okay, you take that, you have to go and shit, for 7 times a day, but, you don't feel weak, yeah? So, after 1 or 2 months, he was completely restored back to its health, yeah? It's amazing, yeah? Completely out of the blue, suddenly, Taiwanese doctor, Chinese doctor. Yeah. And the Devas helped him, yeah. And then he started his Chue Chat, yeah. Helped the Thai nation, because at the time, it was in the fangs of IMF, yeah. And that is the worst thing for our country. They dictate, to sell this or sell that, to do it like this or that. Yeah. But they got rid of it. So, what we are doing? Yeah, we are talking about what we are talking about. Body. Yeah, loathsomeness of the body. There is a book. There's a super book. Everybody can have a look at it. Not yet. Yeah. Where lots of nice super pictures are there, and then you can look at them, yeah, and can remember then, the moment greed comes up, or lust comes up, you replace that, replace that image with the image, that you remember from the book, yeah. But there are also some nice, yeah, some nice videos, I think, it's probably on YouTube, yeah, or God.com, yeah, about, it is amazing. Now, have you seen that? When a really fat person comes into, and wants to get rid of its fat, they suck it out, and the whole room is, it's terrible, disgusting. Just because she cannot, or he cannot, get rid of his greed, for food, he goes to the doctor, it's decadence, yeah? Gets to the doctor, and for lots of money, they suck out the fat, Huh? It smells bad, and it looks terrible. Oh, it looks disgusting, yeah. If you have time, go and have a look at this video, That is within our body. That is our body, Huh? For people who have too much fat, they can see see it clearly, yeah. Other things, yeah. Next time when one of these women, get a baby, ask the doctor, when you give birth, to make a video, because nowadays nobody gives birth, the normal way. Everybody, slices up the body, slices up the stomach, and then the baby is pulled out. What kind of, Make a video, when you do it, and then have a look at it, and then you see everything, inside, yeah. It's already body, it's a body, it's a, it's a pretty messy thing, yeah. But you cherish it, yeah. You love it, yeah. And you use it, you feed it, you house it, you work for it until it dies, yeah. And then you work for the next body, yeah. You train it, you work for it, until it dies, and you don't make any use of this body. You don't make any use of this, what is it, Manusya chart, the human life, yeah? And the human life, the Lord Buddha said the human life is a jumping board, yeah? It is the easiest realm of existence where we can jump out of the hamster wheel or out of samsara, yeah? So use this time, Yeah? Forget about all the plans that you have, and then start going in the right direction, yeah? What is the purpose of you still working, Yeah? Or, planning on doing this and planning on doing that, yeah? Now you have the chance, yeah? You don't know, in the next life, maybe you don't even meet Buddhist monks, or these Buddhist monks don't know the way out anymore, yeah? So what will happen then, yeah? Think, next life, yeah? It's just like we think next week, or tomorrow, we do it tomorrow. Today I don't want to do it, yeah? No, yeah, Get this idea, make something useful out of your life right now, yeah? Forget about, everything that you planned, and do it, yeah? Go forward, yeah? Go forward with a plan, find the door, that opens up, so that at least in this life, you're either close to the door of Sotapanna stream entry, or, you actually can enter the stream, yeah? It's not too difficult, yeah? But it's not too easy either. Yeah, it is just work, think about, walking for 100 kilometers, yeah? Or you think about, 100 kilometers, it's so difficult. If you take one step at a time, sooner or later you will reach there, yeah? And the path to Nibbana is just like, the path, from here to Beijing, yeah? You go over the mountains, then you come to a nice area, then you go through the desert. That is very tough, yeah? Until you end up, in Beijing. But, you just take one step at a time. And the difficulties that are coming along the way is the difficulties in our practice that we have to face up to, yeah? So we face up to, yeah? Sometimes we don't want to face up to, Then we say, maybe there's a way around. And then we go, yeah, I did this. Most of us do that, yeah. There must be a way around, over this. I don't want to cross this mountain. There must be a way around, And then, after 1 year, I came to the same spot, I said, okay, yeah, you have to cross it now. Yeah? There's no shortcut, do it, do it right now when the things are difficult, tackle the difficulties, because we can tackle any kind of difficulties that come our way. Yeah, there are always, we have these tools. We have samatha and we have vipassana. We have investigation and we have calm meditation. So we make the mind calm, and then we look at the things, that are the difficulties. And sometimes when we look at difficulties, there are no more difficulties because we looked at it. Yeah. From the mountain, that we think to, that we need to cross, suddenly it is a curtain of light. You just walk through. Said, why did I waste 1 year, going around this mountain, when actually, it is nothing, yeah? The kilesas, build up these difficulties in our life and say, oh no, this is too difficult. I can't do that, I can't do that. Yes, you can. It's like, so often, I'm sitting in meditation, I'm sitting for an hour or 2 hours, and then the kilesas tell me, oh, I'm so tired, I want to sleep. Then, sometimes I get really pissed, that, if you're tired, then go to sleep and don't bother me, And then I sit, and then sometimes they do it, they go away, and then don't bother us, and sometimes they come back again after half an hour. Don't you want to go to sleep now? Don't you want to go to sleep now? You just have to get angry with them. Yeah, that's where you can put your anger at the kilesas, that give us all the difficulties. Yeah, or doing walking meditation. Yeah, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then they start to grumble. I don't like walking meditation. I don't like walking meditation. Yeah, and then okay, if you don't like it, then sit there. And shut up. Yeah. and I do my walking meditation, and I do, whenever I come by, I said, you still grumble? Yeah? Yeah. We still don't like it. Yeah, okay, I go, yeah. Huh? So, you do like to grumble, huh? And then, I had to laugh and everything was gone, yeah? So, you can really talk to them, it's your enemy. It's not your friend who tells you, it's me, it's mine, it's myself, No, it's your enemy who tells you these things. Oh, I'm so tired, oh, I can't do it, No. Get pissed off, get angry at them and say, oh, shut up, If you get tired, just go to sleep and let me sit, yeah? Or if you like to grumble, then grumble on your own, and don't bother me, yeah? That's a way, we have to find, these tricks, how to deal with these. Because sometimes they're really obnoxious, and often, they make us go the wrong way, yeah? So think about it, I'm just trying, to get it the message a little bit deeper into your heart, using a hammer it down and down. Hopefully, the air, that pulls it back up, is not so strong, yeah. So hammer it down. What is the purpose of my life? Really think about it, yeah. What do I want, yeah? What do I want at the end of my life, yeah? Before I die, what do I want to achieve, yeah? And then, take the goal, and go for it, yeah? Actually, it is not so difficult, yeah? It's also not that easy, but it's also not that difficult, yeah? We just go one step. So, meditation, Buddho, one Buddho, yeah? And when the Buddha is finished, the next Buddho, yeah? When the breath is finished, the next breath, huh? What's so difficult about one breath, huh? Oh, I have to sit for 1 hour. No, one breath. That's all what you have to do. After this breath, stops, next breath. After that, the next breath. After that, the next breath. And then, you can sit for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, yeah, without any problem until the pain comes, yeah. And then you investigate the pain, yeah. It's the same with investigation, But that, for that we do need, some kind of clever questions, yeah. And don't listen to the answers that come by the kilesas, yeah? Investigating pain. Oh, I'm sitting uncomfortable, huh? don't listen to this answer. Yeah? Yeah? Just ask, what is pain? Where is the pain? Where can I find it? Yeah? Huh? But the kilesas constantly come, oh yeah, because of that, or I overstretched myself this morning, or something like that. Yeah? Don't ever listen to them. Yeah? Get down to the knowingness of the citta. Yeah? And the citta sees it, and can overcome it. Yeah? Sati is the key. Yeah? So, ask yourself, really ask yourself, yeah? What do I want to do? Yeah, the life that and investigate the life. Do you have so much sukha? Yeah, do you? When I look at your faces, no one really looks very happy. Yeah, you're all burdened with your worries. Yeah, worrying about this, worrying about the future, worrying about your job, worrying about tomorrow, worrying about your relationship, Where do worries come from? Thoughts. Yeah? If you don't have thoughts, there are no worries. Yeah? If you don't have thoughts and memories, there is no future, there is no past, there is just this present moment. Yeah? No fear. This is an amazing state, yeah? And everyone, every one of you can, if he puts a little bit of effort in it, can go there, yeah? Every day. No? Yeah, yes! Huh? Yes, we can go there if we put effort in, yeah? You learn to walk, huh? No? Yeah, you can walk because you wanted to walk. Yeah? If you want to learn meditation, you can learn it. Yeah? And you can go into Upachara Samadhi, and some of you, if it is really good, you can go even into Appana Samadhi, if you want it enough. Yeah? So that is not really, next time, you're with your family, look at the little children, who learn to walk, constantly crawling up, falling over, constantly crawling up, falling over until they're tired and sleep, and the next thing when they wake up, they crawl up again. Huh? No? They want to learn to walk, yeah? The same thing, if you see it, they want to learn to talk, yeah? And it takes them a year, before they can talk, yeah? But they want it, they try it every moment, yeah? And we as parents, what did he say? Yeah, in the beginning, so the child gets frustrated and tries it again, and tries it again, and tries it again, until it gets it right, and the parents understand what it wants, yeah? Isn't it amazing also for the parents, when the baby didn't talk, we understood what it wanted. When it starts to talk, we don't understand what it wants. Because we listen much more to the hearing than, yeah? When the baby cannot talk, we look what is happening. But the moment it starts to talk, we only listen to what it says, yeah? And then we don't understand what is going on, yeah? And the baby gets frustrated, but it tries and tries and tries, yeah? And it takes, a year, before it can talk. No? Remember that? Yeah, every one of you did the same thing, yeah? Unless you're mute, but I didn't see anybody who's mute, yeah? That is the way, the way is, yeah? I want, yeah? I want to learn meditate, yeah? And nothing, nothing can prevent me from doing it, yeah? Just like I said, get off, yeah? Get off my back, or sit there and grumble as much as you want, yeah? Or go and sleep, and I want to meditate, yeah? I want to practice, yeah? That is the way, yeah? That is the way where we can get results, yeah? And then we do investigation. We do investigation of the 5 khandhas. The first khandha, I talked about is the body, I talked about one of the one of the other khandhas, of Vedana, feeling, yeah, I mean, we can investigate, yeah. And the core or the main feeling that we investigate in the beginning is the feeling of pain. Once we are able to investigate that properly, we can investigate any feeling that arises within the body, yeah, or any kind of mental feeling, yeah. We can look at greed, we can look at lust, we can look at anything, and feel it, yeah, feel it. The first thing is to feel it, to accept it, yeah. But we don't, especially if it's an unpleasant feeling, be it unpleasant mental feeling or unpleasant bodily feeling, we don't want to look at it. Yeah? But now we want to look at it, feel it, breathe it in, Just like, you go to a dump site, where the smell is really bad. Feel it, breathe it in, yeah? Yeah? I mean, you don't have farmers, I mean, you don't know, I mean, if they have shit cow and pig cow, oh, it smells. Yeah? So that's how it smells, that's how it feels, yeah? We have to accept it, yeah? Like every kind of feeling we want to investigate, we have to accept it. And then we can ask the question, yeah? Then we can ask the question, what came before the feeling? Maybe there was a thought, maybe there was a memory, maybe there was this, or maybe there was that. So we roll back, Just like, when there's an avalanche, we roll back, and with each rolling, we get less snow until we find the stone that is inside, yeah? It's not easy, because, I mean, the kilesas constantly, that is it. That is the cause. No, that's not the cause. I don't believe you. Yeah, and then go back. Yeah, what was before? What was before? Until once we find the stone, I mean, that's it. That's why I got so angry. And you have to laugh, because of your own stupidity. Yeah, yeah. It is, I mean. It is, the cause of all these things, that seem so difficult, I mean, it's because of our own stupidity, because of our own wrong views or false views, that we have, or imagination or expectation, but you only see it when you roll it back, yeah? So when there's a feeling, first thing you accept it, yeah? And just like we investigate pain, we look where it is, and for other feelings, we roll back. What came before? What kind of memory, yeah? What kind of interaction? Maybe it was an interaction, but what did it trigger, What was there? What came before, yeah? And why did I react like this today, when the day before I didn't react at all? So what happened in the morning, What made me, and maybe I went out of my bed with the wrong foot, yeah? And that, I mean, that made my whole day, terrible or miserable, yeah? Maybe I had a bad dream, But if you do this daily reflection, we see, how our mood is formed, in the beginning of the day or in the middle of the day, then we can see it, yeah? So that is the way to solve problems, yeah? to see what is going on in our heart. But we don't want to see it, It's too tiresome to do it, yeah? Huh? No, yeah. And then we fall, most of it, most of us, will fall for the first answer, the kilesas tell, it's because of this, yeah? No, it's not because of this, yeah? Get out, get all these thoughts that come and explain, and they're so clever in explaining these things, yeah? They're explaining, because of this, or because of that, or because of that, and then you have to just chuck it away and say, no, I don't believe you, I don't believe you, I don't believe you, until there's no more answer coming. And then the heart knows, yeah? And in most of the cases, the heart knows what was the real reason, yeah? Sometimes it doesn't know, then we stay with it, and do it another time, until, the heart tells us what is the problem, yeah? And this knowing, I mean, you cannot read it anywhere on Google or in Siri, yeah? This knowing comes from your own heart, yeah? And it understood, yeah? And when the heart understands, it lets go, yeah? That is the only way, yeah? Like I said, I mean, we cannot let go, the mind cannot let go, only the heart lets go. If you show the heart what it does, it lets go, yeah? We don't even have to tell it, yeah? it sees, it does something harmful to itself, you don't do that, yeah? It instantly lets go of it, yeah? It's action, yeah? But as long as it thinks, that what it's doing is good, yeah? Or, a lot of fun, then it still wants to do it. Even if the mind says, no, this is crazy, I shouldn't really do this, But the heart says, no, it's so much fun, yeah? Until we show it, yeah, it harms itself, it hurts itself, yeah? And then it lets go, yeah? Then it doesn't want it anymore. And that is the way of practice, yeah? So what shall I? There's a good book, and first of all, look at the super book that he has, after the talk, let it go through, yeah. There's even a website, where you can get a copy of it, yeah, for your computer. The other thing is, there's another book, it's called A Life of Inequality by Lungta Mahabor, and the last chapter is the Supreme Attainments, yeah? In these Supreme Attainments, Lungta Mahabor explains, absolutely fantastic, the 10 fetters that bind us to the realm of rebirth, yeah? The first fetter is the fetter of doubt, yeah? Doubt that there's heaven, doubt that there's hell, doubt that there are beings in heaven or beings in hell, doubt that there is karma, that there are results of karma, good results and bad results. Yeah, that is the first fetter. Most of the Westerners, are got stuck with this fetter; they will never even progress. Yeah, the second fetter is fiddling with the precepts. Yeah, if some of you probably know, what is it normally translated? What?
Attachment to rights and rituals.
Attachment to what?
Rights and rituals.
It's called Sila. Sila has the 5 precepts. Pata Paramasa means, to take on and to not to take on and not to take on. How can they say rites and rituals? Sila are the 5 precepts. Yeah. Today we keep them, then we don't keep them. Then we keep them again, and then we don't keep them again. It has nothing whatsoever to do with rites and rituals. Yeah. Sila is very. Yeah. In Thai they use sila. Yeah. Well, the Thai word is seen, yeah. It comes from sila, from the Pali word sila, yeah. And that means 5 precepts. It has nothing to do with rites and rituals, yeah. It's so misleading. Some of the translations are so misleading, yeah. So the second fetter or the third fetter, I always mix it up because I find the third fetter much more more difficult to handle. The second fetter is keeping the sila or not keeping the sila, then keeping the sila again, not keeping the sila, constantly swaying forth and back. Yeah, that is a fetter. Yeah, from now on we keep the sila, and then this fetter is gone. Yeah, so we eliminated the first fetter of doubt, the second fetter, and now we work on the third fetter, the attachment, believing that the body is me. Yeah. That the chitta and the body are one and the same thing. And I gave you already some exercises, what you can do, how to distance yourself, yeah? To distance the chitta so that the chitta or the heart can see, the body is the body and the chitta is the chitta, yeah? If these 3 fetters, if these three fetters are cut down, we do need something like a very, very deep samadhi in order to cut it off forever, yeah. And mostly it's appana samadhi, or sometimes it is even upachara samadhi, or sometimes you can achieve it with investigation very deeply, so that you run into the appana samadhi, yeah. And then there's the magga, the path moment, yeah. The path moment is very similar to appana samadhi, but it's not the same. Appana samadhi is a preview of nibbana, and magga is nibbana, is the experience of nibbana. So, if you experience that moment of nibbana and the 3 fetters are cut, yeah, or nearly cut, then when you dive out, you you have become a Sotapanna or a stream enterer. Yeah? So, now, get on. Do it, yeah. I mean, what is a stream enterer? It promises us, at most we have 7 more lives, yeah? 7 more lives of dukkha, yeah? Being in the heaven or being in the human realm. We never go lower than the human realm, yeah? Because we kept the sila, yeah? That's the second fetter. For us, it is gone, it is finished, We don't even think about going against the precepts, yeah? So that is the stream enterer. Yeah? Then the stream enterer, what does he have to work on to? Loathsomeness of this body. Yeah? Yeah? Then he works on, the attachment to the body, the attachment to the senses. Yeah? And in between, getting completely rid of greed and hate. Yeah? These are the fourth and fifth fetter, greed and hate. Yeah? Fourth and fifth fetter, yeah? In between you go to Sakadagami, so the greed is reduced by half and the hate is reduced by half. Yeah? There's nothing much to say about that, that is not really an experience in itself. But then, once you balance the scale, like I said, and you go through the middle of the scale, the scale has two there. Huh? Dislike, like, dislike, and then you go through the middle, and then you can overcome greed and hate all together. Yeah? And then then you are not born again in any of these realms. You have 5 personal realms, that are for the anagami. Yeah? This is the attachment to form, attachment to formlessness. That is 6th and 7th fetter. What is the 8th fetter? Conceit, yeah? Conceit that you're better than others, or lower than others, or equal with others. That's a very difficult one, yeah? That's not very easy. It's not our conceit that we know something better than these. Our conceit, that is much stronger. No, it's a very subtle conceit, thinking, I am better than this person, or my practice is better, yeah, in this term, yeah, or I'm so lower, yeah. If you live with a Kuba Ajahn that is so eminent, it is very difficult to get rid of this conceit. Oh, he's so much better, or even, on an equal footing. So, and then you have the fetter of restlessness, and the last one is the fetter of avijja. Yeah. So, everybody, if you want a really good description of this, yeah, look at the supreme attainments in the life of inequality, yeah, by Lungta Mahabua. Yeah, it is fabulous. Write it down. Or did you memorize it already? Or do you have the book? Yeah, this is very important. Yeah. Then you can see, these are the 10 fetters, that bind us to the realm of birth and death. Yeah. So in the first 3 fetters, they are probably the most difficult for us, especially if we are lay people, yeah. And nowadays, especially if we are attached to our smartphones, yeah. Huh? Constantly playing around, constantly killing time, yeah. Huh? It's killing time, yeah. You can't wait to die, or do you want to make something useful, yeah? Is somebody here who programs, these smartphones, who writes apps for these smartphones? I have a very good idea. The moment you open your smartphone, yeah, yeah, it comes putto, 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 putto. Huh? That would be such a good app, Huh? It constantly reminds you whenever I should put it away again. Huh? Huh? Anybody writes apps for smartphones, Huh? Huh? Please write one and distribute it to everybody who is interested, yeah? Because, it is a damn nuisance, these smartphones, yeah? I see it, yeah, everybody, whenever they get bored or whenever they wait for something, they look at their smartphones, as if there is something interesting there. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, understood? Yeah? I think, I already presented these ideas years ago and nobody has written the app yet. There are so many developers, app developers, for smartphone, be it the Android or be it even the, put it on the Play Store, and ask your friends to download it, So whenever you open it, putto, 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 putto. Sometimes we do need this reminder, But probably just like one of my disciples, he writes it on the mirror, did you do your daily reflection today? Suddenly he doesn't see it anymore, and with this app suddenly we don't hear it anymore. We're getting so used to it, Okay, so, I think I talked enough, let me hear some of your questions that you have,
Hi, Ajahn. My doctor said that I have fatty liver.
What?
Fatty liver.
Fatty liver.
Yeah, so he said I should exercise more, I should lose some weight.
Yeah.
Which I'm currently doing, exercising more and eating healthier meals. My question is, in this case, does it mean I have attachment to a healthier body?
It's keeping your body healthy, you don't want an unhealthy body because an unhealthy body, gives you a lot of pain and a lot of problem, So, no. We maintain this body, but we don't overdo it, So get going, eat vegetables,
Thank you, Ajahn. My question is that the daily reflection. How do I do the daily reflection? Let's say I'm working, so do I reflect throughout the day what decision I make? Is it wholesome or unwholesome, or how do I do it?
No, you don't look for wholesome or unwholesome, you just look for certain things, during the day. It is very important, with what kind of thought or with what kind of memory did I wake up? And what did I do then? What kind of thoughts came into my mind? What kind of feelings, what kind of memory came into my mind? You don't look for wholesome, unwholesome, because that is judgment, We just want to see and then, okay, then I had my breakfast, what kind of thoughts, and then you see, you brush your teeth and you're in thoughts. It's completely useless, brush your teeth with sati, No, feel, the strokes of the brush, It's the same thing, what do you do when you take a shower? Your mind goes all over the place. You don't even notice, when the soap, touches the body, or when the water touches the body, because we instantly feel it, and then the mind goes out into thinking about this, thinking about that, and so on. And that is what you see, So when you take a shower, when you reflect, what did I think about when I took the shower, or what happened, And then what did I do then? I went to work, what happened, And then you look at sometimes only at course places, not the work that you actually did, I was writing down this is not so important, but the interaction with other people, the interaction with the work itself, what kind of attitude did I have, when, looking at the work, and things like this, and you just look at it and you don't judge it. It's very important. Don't say it was good or bad, Just show the heart. See what you're doing? No, I don't want to see it. And that's what the heart tells you in the beginning. I don't want to see it. I just want to do. Huh? I don't want to think about it. I don't want to. We are just like little children. We don't want to think about the results of our actions. Yeah, we just want to play. Yeah, huh? No matter if you're adults or if you're children, we just want to play and don't want to have any responsibility for our actions. Yeah, most of the time, and sometimes, yeah. You understand that? Yeah? And so you go through. If you can't remember, just take the occasion where you remember next. Yeah. And when I went out, you don't remember anything about the work or just a few interactions. Yeah. I mean, when you had your meal at your time, what did I do? What did I do? Yeah. Idle chatter. Yeah. And then see, why do I chat? Yeah, chit-chat with this person or that person, it doesn't bring me anything, it doesn't bring me any calm. Yeah? I just take in a lot of garbage that I have to pull out, in the evening. Huh? Huh?
Hi, Ajahn. For the past 2 weeks, so what I've been doing was that most of
Turn on.
For the past 2 days, so what I've been doing was that most of the time I focus on shamatha, anapanasati.
Yeah.
And only for the last session,
Yeah.
5 to 6:30 p.m. Then I do this body contemplation,
Yeah.
parts and so forth. I find that this body contemplation has like the quite opposite effect of that I feel from anapanasati. It's like it causes me a bit of palpitations, lightheadedness, my breathing comes a bit faster, and stomach seems to like churning a little bit.
Yeah. So what is your question?
No, so that's why I noticed that by doing this body contemplation, the dissection, the 2 parts, and going over all these reasonings, I find that it has the opposite effect that I experience compared to anapanasati. Like instead of like calm, clarity, and kind of bliss, I feel more like lightheadedness, palpitations, breathing getting a bit heavy, getting a bit like unnerved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you the question?
Yes.
Right? I mean, when you go to sleep and when you work, are there 2 different states?
Yeah, 2 different states.
And if you don't sleep, you cannot work?
Don't sleep, we cannot work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, yes.
See, anapanasati is the same thing. It's going to rest the mind, yeah? And vipassana is using the power of the mind, to investigate things. So that is work. So after a while of working, we need to rest the mind again into anapanasati. And that is what you experience, yeah?
So it should be that way.
Yeah, it has to be this way. Because we need to use thoughts, and thought is work, yeah? I mean, it drains a lot of energy, If you stop thinking, if you stop thinking for a while, you don't feel so hungry, yeah? But if you think a lot, you feel hungry, because it uses up a lot of energy, yeah? So, it's the same thing. Vipassana is the work that we do, but in order to be able to work, we need to have a good rest. Okay?
So the way to proceed is that we should build up like some kind of reservoir of calm with shamatha, and then we go on to vipassana and gain some insight, and when it gets a bit too disturbing, we rest again in shamatha.
Yeah, that's actually, what I try to explain, Yeah? Huh?
There's another thing I need to inform you. What you say earlier about medical students. I'm just informing you that nowadays they don't have the good fortune or misfortune to handle the cadaver personally with their own hands. I know because I belong to the last few batches of medical students who get to dissect a cadaver, and that was like 20 years
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, a few years after I graduated, I heard that
But if you become a surgeon, you have to be able to do that, yeah?
That is if after graduation, you have to become a surgeon, but not on graduation. So nowadays what they do is that if they are lucky, they get to watch a live demonstration. Well, but I hear that they are progressing to like using like CD-ROM interactive CD-ROM and maybe 3D virtual reality. So
They want to keep all these. They want to keep all these ugly things away from us, and make us, just like I mean the king, the king of this, Lord Buddha, his father, tried to keep him away from all the ugly things, yeah. But I mean, the Lord Buddha was so interested in that he went out and then saw the dead person or sick person, and said, "What is that? I never see that in the palace." Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah. I mean, I went. I mean, I couldn't see a live the section, yeah, but I could see at least, I mean, the cadavers that they prepared, and so we looked at, we touched the flesh, I mean, some of the hospitals in Thailand allow that, yeah. But you have to know the doctors, and that's okay, yeah. It is very helpful, Even that, even to see, I mean, what is it, the prepared, or the things, for students to learn. It's not fresh, but it's still, yeah, still quite.
But having said that, I've not read that Leonardo da Vinci became an arahant from this dissection, and neither do my friends, and maybe I am not yet.
What? I did.
I've not read or heard that Leonardo da Vinci became an arahant doing dissection. So I mean, obviously, what's the difference between him doing dissection and us doing this Ashubha meditation? There has to be some qualitative difference.
I really don't understand the question.
Okay, there are many doctors doing dissection, medical students doing dissection.
Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci, the Italian Leonardo da Vinci, he also did dissection, but now that he became an arahant doing it.
Who became an arahant?
Leonardo da Vinci does a lot of dissections.
Yeah.
But he never became an arahant.
Yeah, I mean, this dissection, you have to reflect about it. If you don't use wisdom, this dissection will have no effect of you. Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that I noticed. If one of my students, was from the medical profession, yeah, I mean, it's much harder to talk him. Yeah. To get him, to see the reality, and to face the reality, because they make a block, yeah, and to go through this block of a medical student is much more difficult than to go for other people to see in the reality, yeah. If you don't ask questions, I mean, an arahant doesn't have to go and do dissection. He can dissect his own body, I mean, he doesn't have to do it. But it is very helpful, especially for us, I mean, to see one time, an open body, to see what it looks like, yeah, before we actually have developed the ability to see within ourselves.
So basically, it's not just an intellectual exercise. You have to make it personal. You have to ask the right question and make it personal.
I mean, yes, I mean, that's what I try to teach. You have to ask the question, I mean, when you take the liver, you picture the liver, with your inner eyes, and then you dissect it. How does it look, And then, how does the liver, is different from the lungs, Then next time you take the lungs, you dissect it, you open it up, you do all sorts of things. And Da Vinci didn't do that, he just drew the pictures, Yeah, so I mean, then anybody, after you're thinking, anybody who is, surgeon must be an arahant, no? You understand? You have to ask the right questions, yeah? And sometimes the questions don't go in the right direction, We have to learn it, we have to adjust it, to see, to come down to the truth, yeah? Okay? You have only one microphone, I mean, yeah, two microphones, yeah. If you see somebody, yeah. Yeah, okay, so.
It's a question to follow up on the body contemplation based on my personal experience. So yesterday when I was doing the body contemplation, I imagined there's a giant mirror in front of me. I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
And then I was able to clearly see the body parts. But I still wasn't satisfied because I was supposed to detach the chitta from the body. So then I told myself that maybe I could crush my eyes so that and view through my empty sockets to see whether I still see. I'm still able to see. So I was able to visualize an image of a chair with no one sitting there. And then for this part, am I doing it correctly or is it too much? Because I still get like an unsure answer.
You get what?
I'm still unsure. Like I'm not sure whether I'm doing right. Like is there a checkpoint to know like this detachment from the body? How is supposed to feel like?
What you do wrong is, you look for the detachment instead of doing the work. That leads to detachment. Just do the work. Yeah, I said, sometimes you have to do it 100 times, sometimes 1,000 times, sometimes 10,000 times. You just place it out, Yeah? You don't have to you can place out the eyes that look at you. Yeah? Or look at the seat. There's so much play, yeah? There's so much freedom of play for us to do these things. Yeah? The important thing that all the body parts are out there, and that you take them off one by one. Yeah? So you sit there, you close your eyes, and then you cut off your hand, and if you're a little bit proficient, then you look at the cut, and you see the bones, you see the tendons, you see the flesh, you see the blood, and then you put it there. Yeah? And then you take the next part, and then the next part, and the next part. It's up to you how to play it, yeah? But all the parts have to be there, yeah? All the body parts have to be there, yeah? And the chitta sits there and sees it, yeah? That's the whole idea, yeah? It doesn't instantly detach from the body parts, yeah? But sometimes, and if you do it often enough, you get a sense that, the eye, the moment the last body parts are out, the eye is gone, yeah? The sense of eye is gone. And the moment you take one, you take one of the body parts and put it back into place, then the eye comes back, yeah? And this kind of experience, that has been deepened until it really cuts. You have enough play, you play as much as you want, I was playing, all these body parts, yeah. What is happening if I put my legs on my shoulders, and my hands, wow, what does it look like, Or sometimes, put my head, towards the ass, and the ass up the head, yeah. Is that a body? No, we don't consider it to be a body, yeah. We consider it only a body if it is assembled in the right way, yeah. So there's so much play you can do, yeah, and see, yeah. It's actually fun, yeah.
And then the thing when I was taking out my eye after all the parts are disassembled, then I was thinking like, if all the parts are disassembled, then how do I use my hand to pick out the eyeballs that I wanted to crush in that sense?
Can't you stop thinking for a moment? Just do it. Yeah, it's some people in the back, yeah.
Ajahn, just to follow up on the body contemplation theme, I think you mentioned something along the lines of anger arising. Could you clarify if we intend anger to arise, or it's just
No,
natural?
we don't intend anger to arise, yeah. But it is like, that's why I said, if you take the favorite toy of your child, away, the anger automatically arises, yeah. You don't even try to make it, yeah. Yeah? Because it doesn't work. Yeah? Let the things happen. Yeah? I mean, you do investigation, and it is a sign that the body contemplation has some value if the anger comes out later. Yeah? If we play only, we can, of course, we can play and play and play, but it doesn't destroy the illusion about the body that the citta has, yeah, or that the kilesas have, yeah. But if we start to destroy the illusion that the body is something, that we made up to be, yeah, then the kilesas get angry by themselves, yeah, yeah. And then we learn to deal with anger. It is not easy to learn to deal with anger, but we can learn to deal with anger.
This follow-up question, you asked if there are any strategies, like, for example, are we supposed to accompany with metta to deal with the anger?
What?
Do you accompany it with metta or loving kindness?
No. Don't destroy it. Yeah? We want to understand, just like we want to understand what is pain, we want to understand what is anger. Yeah? We want to feel it, just like breathe it in, yeah? If it smells like shit, breathe it in, feel the anger, feel it in the whole body, and then ask the question, where is the anger coming from, yeah? What is the source of the anger, yeah? Then go down, and just like we go down with the pain, where is the pain, actually there, yeah? Then go down, and find where is the source of the anger. Okay?
Just as a quick follow-up, because when I first encountered Asubha, I was told about stories in the Sutta where there's a whole village of monks, for example, who killed themselves because of Asubha practice.
Yeah.
Is there anything we should do to ensure that we don't end up harming ourselves?
If you know Indians, yeah, Indians are very sensual beings, yeah. He modified, he probably was talking very tough to them, and then they saw, if the Lord Buddha talks about Asubha, it is very different than when I talk about Asubha. You instantly get the picture when the Lord Buddha talks, you get the picture, you see yourself, just like the examples, when there was a young, beautiful lady, sitting or coming to see the Lord Buddha, and then he showed her, what she looked in the old age, and she got really completely, frustrated, yeah. That is the way, that the Lord Buddha teaches. He shows us actually directly, yeah? And that's probably why the people killed himself. But he still did a super practice, So, he calmed it down a little bit, but he told this bhikkhu, who was falling in love with one of the courtesans. And this courtesans died. What did he teach him? You remember? Nah? So she was, and, at that time, she was... she was laid on, on a table, and then he said, yeah, go and see how the body rots away. So that is a super practice, isn't it? Yeah. But then he warned him, don't go, against the wind, because the smell is so terrible that, it is nauseating, No, go with the wind, So look at the place, where the wind goes, goes away, But look, and he made him stay until the corpse was rotten. Isn't that a super? Yeah, I know, the Westerners bring it always up, and then they all killed themselves, so we shouldn't really look at that, There's nobody will kill themselves, if they see a rotten corpse, But, Indians are different, very, very sensual beings, the ones that I encountered, that come to Thailand, they're very, very difficult, So, you have to work a little bit, you cannot put the hammer so much down,
I was trying the body contemplation.
Yeah.
Asubha, and I find that certain parts are clearer in vision, and certain parts is not that clear, it's just a structure. Is it okay? Do I have to be very detailed?
Can you explain what? I have, at the moment, I'm sorry, I have a problem with Singlish, yeah? Sinhalese, Singapore English, yeah? Speak slowly, and speak a little bit more pronounced so that I understand the question.
I was doing the practice and I was looking at the parts. So certain parts are clearer,
Yeah.
certain parts are blurred, just means the structure itself.
Yeah.
So is it normal? Do I have to be very detailed in how the structure should be?
As long as you see them and understand the nature of them, that it is okay. If you still see some blurred parts, go more often to these blurred parts until you see them clearer. Okay?
Then while I was doing it, a memory came out. It came out the dissection of minds. So that I did previously.
Well, what memory came up?
The dissection of minds.
Minds.
The direction of mind.
Dissection of minds.
I mean, you cannot dissect the mind, you can dissect the brain. The mouth. Even he did. Yeah, so?
So I felt like I just switched off and I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, you did. Yeah, then go back. Yeah? I mean, sometimes we have to overcome these hurdles, yeah? So the next time you're not, I mean, in a few days, dissect it again, and then stop for a few days and then dissect it again until you can do it. What's the problem? Ask yourself, what is it? Why can I dissect my lung, or why can I dissect the kidney, but I cannot dissect my mouth because I like the taste, so much, I like to eat so much. That's why I don't want to dissect the tongue, huh? Okay, understood? Have you understood it?
What I meant was I dissect an animal. So
What?
it's not a mouth.
She dissected an animal, the mouse, so the memory came up, so it wasn't.
Yeah?
It wasn't her mouth.
Yeah? But if you don't like to see it, it is, the association, be it the mouth of the animal or be it your mouth, it's the same thing. Okay, so next.
Hello, thank you for your valuable teaching. As someone with many fears and worries, and I'm taught to cut through all these fears and worries with the toolbox that you taught and replace it with the fear of eternal suffering. And I'm just wondering how does that work? It seems paradoxical. Does that mean in the future, distant future, I get a chance to look at that?
I'm not really sure if I understand your question correctly. Well, what is your fear? What is your worry?
No. I have many, and I'm with the tool, in the toolbox, right?
Yeah.
Examining those.
Yeah.
But there's this fear of eternal suffering
Yeah.
in the realms.
Yeah.
So does that mean how does that work?
I mean, this can be a very good motivation, if you fear that, because that is what is actually going to happen, yeah? You fear what is going to happen, yeah? Some people who are close to death fear that they go to hell, and that's what they are going to, yeah? So, you can use it as motivation to get out of the cycle of birth and death, out of samsara, if you fear that so much.
But then it would still have that fear, right?
What?
But then it would still have that fear.
You would still have that fear.
No. If you get out of the samsara, there's no fear that you're endless there. Samsara is the cycle of birth and death, yeah? If you get out of the cycle of birth and death, how can you fear eternal suffering? I don't understand that. You can probably fear, eternal happiness, but I don't think that anybody will fear that. Yeah, and also know one thing, fear is driven by thoughts and memories. Yeah, so go into meditation and cut down on thoughts and memories, and there's no fear. Yeah. And there's actually, sometimes coming up some knowing what to do with your life. Yeah? But if you give in these fears, the more you think about these fears, eternal suffering, or this or that, the stronger it becomes, yeah? So cut it down, yeah? And that's what meditation is, anapanasati, calm meditation is, cut off the thoughts, and, experience reality, yeah? Because there is no fear, Okay?
Ajahn, since this morning, after the Dhammatalk meditation, I keep having imagination that I'm dissecting anyone that catches my attention. So, my question is, what are the safety rules I need to do so that I don't harm anyone or myself?
Why would you harm anyone? I don't understand that.
She keeps imagining herself dissecting anyone that catches her attention.
Oh, that doesn't harm anybody. Yeah, you can do that.
But I'm scared. I have fear that I overdo it.
No.
I want to be careful.
Yeah. That's the fear of the kilesas, to overdo it, to see the reality. Yeah, you cannot overdo that.
Thank you.
But don't take a real knife, yeah? That is how you harm people, yeah? Do it, as much as you want, tear their skin off, and see, and then compare it to other people, yeah, and there's nothing, and there's no difference, yeah? Even you don't see old and new, yeah? Because the flesh is the flesh, the flesh doesn't show any signs of old age, yeah?
Ajahn, just like you said that we should cut down on our memories or cut off the memories.
Yeah.
But then, if we had to reflect on what happened in the day or what happened in our life, wouldn't that be bring up memories then?
Yes, it brings up memories, but not the memories from the brain, but memories from the citta.
Hi, Ajahn, just a quick question on pain investigation. I think one thing that I did when trying to investigate the pain was asking the citta if this is really you.
That is not really helpful.
That's not helpful?
No. You can use the principle of anatta, whatever I experience cannot be me. That is what you can say, but this is just one thing to distance yourself, to be able to look at something. Because if you think you are the pain, then there is no investigation possible.
Oh, that's why I say, is this really you? And I feel the pain kind of become more dull. If it's very sharp at first, and then it becomes a bit shy when I ask it, if it's really you.
No, this is really not the right question, yeah? Just say there is pain, let me see, what is pain, yeah? Because there's somebody who knows that there is pain, yeah? And you can use the principle of anatta, yeah? Whatever I experience cannot be me, yeah? But to ask the pain, what did it answer? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't get an answer.
Because the pain is a phenomena, it won't answer you. The only answer that can come, is from the citta or from the kilesas who tell you, of course it's me. Yeah? The kilesas will say, of course it's me. It's my pain. Yeah? I'm so painful, I'm so much in pain and I should stop the meditation, yeah? That's what the kilesas answer, yeah? The chitta is interested in what is really pain, yeah? Where is it coming from?
So when I ask the question, I feel that when the pain subsides a little, and that's kind of like a response, because it's like, no, it's not really...
Because you don't really look at it in this way. When you ask the pain, are you me, are you, mine, is it you, yeah? Then you don't really look at it, you're already, somewhere off in thoughts, yeah?
Ajahn, I can maybe read questions that we have because of this English problem. So some people have written some questions. So one question: I am having aversion towards the opposite gender, towards people of the opposite gender that I find attractive, subconsciously putting a distance in between us. Is this an intended result of body contemplation, or just a fear of attachment?
The Singlish is still there.
Try again. I am having aversion towards people of the opposite gender,
Yes.
whom I find attractive.
You have aversion to something that you find attractive?
So,
That is something that I don't understand. I either have aversion to the opposite gender, yeah, or I feel attracted to the opposite gender.
So the person says that they subconsciously find themselves putting a distance between them and people whom they find attractive. So is this an intended result of body contemplation, or just a fear of attachment?
Probably it's more a fear of attachment, for a fear of getting lost, in one's sensual desire, sexual desire, yeah? But this person has to be very clear, yeah? If I'm afraid, of falling in love, with the opposite gender, and then I block it off, with my mind, yeah? It has nothing to do with the result, of body contemplation. Body contemplation, actually cuts down on the desire, yeah? And then there is no fear, yeah? So, this is as much as I understood the question, yeah?
Okay, second question. Dear Ajahn, when I try to observe my citta in meditation, and I try to some metta arises, how do I see it as chanda rather than tanha, as I am seeing it as wanting something better to happen, rather than accepting things as what they are?
First of all, the primary fault in the whole question is you cannot observe the citta. When I observe my citta,
What about for, basically the question is about metta.
Metta?
Wanting something better to happen rather than accepting things as they are. Is that chanda or tanha?
What is chanda?
Desire.
What?
Desire, chanda.
Tanha is desire.
No, chanda.
Wholesome kind of desire, chanda.
Please don't ask me anything about Pali. Phrase it in English or Singlish, But, I know only a few words in Pali, and it's enough. I cannot even memorize, some of the chants.
Differentiating like wholesome and unwholesome desire. So
The wholesome desires, there's only one wholesome desire, to get out of the cycle of samsara. That is the only wholesome desire that we can have, yeah? And if we have this, it can lead us out, yeah? Anything else, yeah? What is on the path, and we know. Actually, what the Lord Buddha said, it's so simple, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Yeah? That is the way out, yeah? And that is wholesome desire to develop sila, to develop samadhi, and to develop panya. And there's nothing wrong with it, we can do it 24 hours a day. Yeah? Could.
Okay, meditate until the breath disappears. Is this an advanced stage of the training, or did I get it wrongly?
And I said to meditate until the breath disappears, it is like meditating until our interest in the breath disappears. We are not interested in the breath anymore because, it becomes boring. That is, I said, the breath stops. It doesn't disappear. The interest in the breath disappears. Huh? The breath stops. And it really stops. Yeah? But it is not, there are two types of, one death, is the death, that people can, what is it, clinical and what is it?
Biological.
What?
Biological and clinical death.
Yeah. Yeah, one is the death, you can wake up, 7 days later and you're fully awake, yeah? And this kind of death is appana samadhi. That's when the breath really stops. Yeah? You can't feel the breath anymore, you can't feel the heartbeat anymore, but it's still working, the body still maintains itself. Yeah? And that is appana samadhi. But after 7 days you have to come back, to get the breathing going and the heartbeat going, otherwise the body really dies. Yeah? People come back, much quicker. Yeah, but some of the anagamis, some of the arahants, do that. Because there's nothing else to do. So they just go into nibbana, and then after 7 days they come out, take a little bit of food, and then they go back in. Yeah. Not every person, not every monk, can teach. Not every arahant is able to teach. Yeah. Some people have never learned that, and other people have learned it and they can teach. Yeah? The Buddha has to learn it, over years, over lifetime and lifetime and lifetime. You all went to school. There were some good teachers, that really could, very clearly, tell you, what is going on, or how to learn it, and you understood everything, and other teachers, what is he talking about? Yeah. So it is, it is a way, it is, how do you call it? Now I don't even know what to call it. It's an ability that you learn, and the ability that you learn, even a doctor has to learn this ability. Yeah. If a doctor has been a doctor for 7 lifetimes, he looks at you and he knows what is wrong with you. But if it is the first lifetime, where is your doctor, he looks up in his in all his volumes, what could that be, what kind of medicine, Yeah. It's the ability that we learn over lifetime and lifetime and lifetime, yeah? So.
Any more questions? Well, this last question in the box. Just at lunch, the aircon is cool and I feel sleepy when I start to meditate. Can you even meditate in this state?
Huh? What? He had lunch, his stomach is full and he doesn't want to meditate. Yeah? In German there's a saying of a full stomach doesn't like to study. Yeah? So he does walking meditation. Huh? Huh?
Can help with chores at 12 p.m.
What?
Help with doing chores, cleaning.
Cleaning
We
chores.
have chores.
Okay. Yeah. Walking meditation is the best. After you have your meal, you walk for an hour or 2 hours, and then you're fit. You overcome this. Yeah. Of course, with a full stomach, and normally you eat more than you need, and then you sit, and then it goes down, Yeah. No, walking meditation. Okay.
For Sila Pata Paramasa, is that referring to the 5, 8, or
No, yes, sila is normally the 5 precepts, but it referring to all the precepts. So for lay people who stay in a monastery, they have to keep the 8 precepts. Yeah? Mechis also have to keep the 8 precepts. Monks have to keep the 227 precepts. Yeah?
So for Sotapanna, for each category, they just have to maintain.
I mean, yeah, for each. I mean, if you take on the 5 silas, then you take them on. Yeah. And you don't, today maybe not, maybe not, yeah, maybe. That is the paramatta. And we see it, I mean, every one of us knows, just one time. Yeah, there's no big deal. Huh? One time is no big deal. Yeah, yeah. And that is the swaying. Yeah. Now, okay, I won't open my mouth, even if people, if people attack me, I won't say anything harmful, yeah? Or I won't tell white lies, yeah? White lies, the same thing, yeah? Okay, so, no more questions? You're practicing not hard enough, yeah? There's one more question. Yeah.
Ajahn, can I just do investigation of breath itself, like the breathing meditation, investigating the breath? So while I was doing this, is now day 3 of Anapanasati, because I've never done it before.
Yeah.
So as I was breathing, then there was a realization that in the exhalation there is dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I started. Then there was a question that arises that says, "Who is breathing?"
What?
Then a question arises in the mind that asks, "Who is breathing?"
Who is greedy? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I hear this answer that says causes and conditions.
What?
Then I hear this answer that says causes and conditions. So my experience
causes aggravation.
Causes and conditions.
She asks herself, who is breathing?
Yeah.
And the answer comes back, is it causes and conditions?
Causes and conditions.
So my experience is, from my experience, I'd like to ask is simply the breathing itself, can I just investigate the breathing?
No. You shouldn't investigate the breathing, yeah. I mean, if you investigate the breathing, you can stop the breathing, and that is not really healthy, yeah. I mean, observe the breathing. And through observing of the breathing, it becomes calmer and calmer and calmer, yeah? Until it stops by itself, yeah? You can also make your heart stop, if you investigate the heart. And that is not what we want, yeah? We want to use this body, until we get, until we get out of samsara. And we don't want to die unnecessarily. So we don't investigate breathing, yeah, but we observe it, and through the observing of breathing, we understand a lot of things, yeah. And the answers that come up, forget about it. You said, I'm not sure. Just say, I'm not sure, yeah. Don't know, yeah. Or I don't believe, yeah. The thing is, with the knowingness of the heart, yeah, if an answer pops up and you're pretty sure, this is the right answer, question the answer, yeah? Said, I don't believe you, and then you see it falters, then you know it is coming from the kilesas. Because an answer that comes from the heart, yeah, you can never question, because you know it. And this knowing doesn't disappear, yeah? If it disappears or it can falter, then it was from the kilesa. Yeah? The very good way, to see, what comes from the kilesas and what comes from the heart. Okay, so a little bit more fighting, huh? Yeah. There's nothing else to do. I mean, when I came to England, for longer retreat, I think it was 4 or 5 months. There was a sign over the board of Panna. There's nothing else to do than breathing in and breathing out. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, and to observe it. Nothing else to do. Yeah, we're just observing, breathing in, breathing out. Yeah, and then once we get calm, we do investigation. Okay, so.